What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I do want to go ahead and thank each and every one of you guys who tuned into my live stream the other day to go ahead and give me some company. As you guys know, Modern Warfare 3 Season 6 is interesting to say the least. Of course, I'll have a video about that up on the channel within the next day or two. But again, it was kind of slow. So I appreciate everybody who tuned in and kept me some company, chatted it up with me while I tried to grind out some content. And again, to everybody who witnessed the XDefiant Season 2 XDebrief live with me, I appreciate you guys for doing so because that was tons of fun being able to watch that live and in action with all of you and seeing what they had to offer for us in the future of XDefiant. So of course, if you guys are interested, I will be live again today over on Twitch starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to go ahead and check it out, I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But ladies and gentlemen, today I want to hyper-focus XDefiant Season 2, and let me tell you guys something. They have honestly blown me away. The content within this update is looking extraordinarily saucy, extraordinarily good, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking tons of fun. Again, guys, we're going to be getting the Highwaymen faction introduced into the Season 2, and we had no clue what this faction was going to be doing, but now we finally understand everything that they're going to be doing. Now, first and foremost, this is going to be very controversial, and I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section on how this should be handled. But the passive for the Highwaymen is being able to slowly increase, I think they call it rev or something like that, but basically every single kill that you get, you rev up faster and faster and faster, giving you a faster fire rate and faster reload speeds. Kind of cool if you really think about it, and I think it maxes out at 4 kills, so if you get 4 kills or a 4-kill streak, you have the fastest reload and the fastest, obviously, fire rate buff. Now, for me personally, I don't think this is a bad idea. I kind of like this passive. But I will say, the improved fire rate is kind of OP in my personal opinion. Now, of course, it's not going to be, like, stupidly fast. It's pretty much going to be the same as if you have a, a rapid fire barrel or, a muzzle booster or whatever on your weapon. So it's going to be kind of trading off with an attachment, but you guys know me. When it comes to passives, I don't like when there's blatant, obvious advantages. I understand it's a casual game, and at the end of the day, it's always going to be a casual game. And with hearing the rest of the abilities that this faction is going to have, it's fine. You guys, with this one nerf right here, if it even does happen, it's not going to affect any of the casuals. It's just going to make it more balanced, in my personal opinion. But again, you guys know me when it comes to giving massive advantages, like the Phantoms having extra health, GSK getting a helmet to prevent headshot damage. Changing up the gunfights like that, in my personal opinion, make it very awkward. And now giving people the advantage of being able to get rapid fire on their weapons for just simply going on like a 2 streak, in my opinion, is once again an advantage. You can go ahead and completely remove that slot, deck out your gun for more damage in every way possible, make it a damage machine, and then just use this faction to get a freebie rapid fire attachment for the weapon. Again, I don't think that this is bad whatsoever having this rev thing, because I think it's going to be fun, especially for TDM players. It's going to be cool to be able to go on a streak and feel yourself getting a little bit faster, kind of like a mini hot shot in a faction. But I think it should be prioritized in different ways. Maybe it should be like reload speed and ADS time, or reload speed and sprint to fire time, or even better, reload speed and strafe speed time. That I would love. I would love to be able to take off strafing attachments and maybe hyper-focus my gun in a different way. But when it comes to rapid fire, like I said, you could just make guns way too overpowered. The only thing I'm picturing out of this is, like, for me, as a sweaty player, I'm picturing myself using this class as an SMG player, decking out my SMG for damage range, and then getting a freebie rapid fire attachment, and then obviously gunning through people. Or even better, using an assault rifle. What's better than having an assault rifle like an AK, giving it more damage range, not worrying about the fire rate, and then getting a freebie fire rate on top of it? And again, for players who can't consistently get 2 kills in a row, it might not be useful, but let's be real here. A lot of the sweats are going to be abusing this heavily, and I don't know how long it's going to last until something is done, but I highly think that giving rapid fire as a boost towards their passive is a bit of a mistake, and I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section. I'll say it one more time. I think rapid fire should be removed. They should keep the overall passive, but change it out to, like, ADS strafe speeds. I think that would be perfect. Reload speeds and ADS strafe speeds if you go on a nice streak as this new faction, the Highwaymen. But let's go ahead and move on to the rest of their abilities. Again, they have a sentry gun, as we already knew was going to be there. It can rotate in a 360-degree, turn, so it can see everywhere. I'm curious how beneficial this will be. I've seen sentry guns in a lot of games, and they try to be useful. I can see it being useful in, like, a group OBJ environment to like kind of distract the enemy a bit. So, they have to either choose to focus on you or focus on the turret. So I can see it being a bit useful, but at the same time, I have a feeling they're going to make it very easy to destroy. But only time will tell with that one. But still, I think it's going to be a fun, ability to have, especially for OBJ game modes. It's going to add a nice mix. And again, it will allow for the DedSec players to have more stuff to hack as well. So, you'll probably see a lot more DedSec players running around, which I think is a really good thing. And their other ability, ability that's good to choose here is going to be a grenade launcher, a noob tube. Now, again, I don't know how overpowered this is going to be. I don't know how powerful it, might become. But still, not bad. You could take down shields, you could take down equipment, barbed wire, whatever you want, or you could just lob it onto OBJs and do work that way. Regardless, I think it's not shabby. I think that these abilities are useful, and I can see myself, more so using sentries towards like the OBJ game modes, and if we get something like TDM or Hotshot, I can see myself pulling out the noob tube, or of course, if my team isn't really rocking anything useful to take down enemy equipment, maybe I will use, the noob tube in an objective game mode. Regardless, I see variety with this faction, and I could see it playing nicely with the rest of the factions within this game. But ladies and gentlemen, then comes the ultimate ability for the Highwaymen, and that is their saw launcher. Now, I'll be honest, I feel kind of mixed about this. I've seen a lot of people say it looks pretty OP, which I do agree. On maps like Echelon or maybe Arena, I can see the saw launcher being devastating, especially around OBJs. But there's a lot of maps out there as well where I could see the saw launcher being, 50-50 when it comes to usefulness. Honestly, I'm interested to see how it's handled in the game. It looks like it's fun still, though. It looks like, when I think of an ult, I think of something that's just going to be insane. That's supposed to really help you step out of your boundaries, get on an OBJ, make a difference in the flow of combat. If you guys are stuck and you're trapped, someone's ult, if done correctly, should be enough to give you guys a little bit of a push to engage with the enemies or get a better position. And from what I see here, like I said, I think it could be done, but only time will tell and only practice will, really be able to, see if this will be a useful ult. But I think it's still fun. At the end of the day, the casual play is still there, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is indeed still a casual game, and I gotta be real, I don't see much competitiveness with this faction here. It looks fun, and it looks like it will be, a nice dosage to the objective gameplay, especially for, working with your team. But there's a lot of cheese, a noob tube, a sentry gun, having a saw launcher, all these things. It's going to be a fun class to go ahead and mess around with. But then for the weapons, guys. The weapons are looking extraordinary. I cannot wait to get my hands on these. The PP19 and XDefiant looks phenomenal. And honestly, this is exactly the SMG that I'm really looking for. The MP5 was more of my ranged SMG. It used to be the MP7 before they nerfed it. Now it's the MP5 that I can get a little bit of range out of it. But it still doesn't feel as consistent as I would want it to be. So, obviously, it's still kept up close. But the PP19 looks like it's going to be fantastic. Obviously, it's not going to outgun ARs 24/7. But if you can get people at the right moment and the right time, it seems like this thing is going to absolutely destroy. And we're also obviously getting another gun that's going to have a juicy mag like the P90. So, you can never go wrong with that. I love SMGs that are packed with ammunition that basically don't require you to run an extendo. You can focus those attachments elsewhere. I love that so much. So I can't wait to get my hands on the PP19. The L86 looks phenomenal as well. The new LMG that is obviously going to be more AR based than LMG based. Of course, you could turn it into a beefier LMG, but it definitely will be leaning more to the AR side of things, which I think is the best thing for them to do, because this introduction to the weapons will add obviously more LMGs to the mix. You can deck out this LMG to make it feel like an LMG, so you will indeed have a fourth LMG in the catalog, which will be nice to mix things up. At the same time, it's not like you're not getting a new assault rifle, because obviously people might be a little sad hearing that there's no new ARs coming in the mix, but realistically the L86 can definitely be used like an AR. So this is going to cover two categories when it comes to weapons, and then the Spaz 12 shotgun, which I am pumped for. I was thinking about this for a while, and I mentioned it in stream, but I was saying, I really think the Spaz is going to turn out to be a semi-auto shotgun this time around, We have a fully automatic one, an AA-12, we have a pump action one, and we have a double barrel. The only thing they're really missing out on is a semi-auto shotty, which the Spaz could totally take that role, and guess what they did? They took the role of the semi-auto Spaz. Now, I will say I am sad because I do prefer pump actions locations all day, every day. But I think it's going to be cool to have a semi-auto in the mix, and I'm glad that it's one as sexy as the Spaz 12 shotgun. This thing is going to be tons of fun to use. Pretty dang toxic in my personal opinion. Does not seem like it's going to be a one-hit machine, obviously, but it's a semi-auto, so you're going to be able to get another shot out in no time. I think it's going to be tons of fun. But my opinion from Season 1 over to Season 2, this is looking way juicier when it comes to weapons. I don't really snipe that much, so, you know, the new sniper rifle in Season 1 wasn't really for me. The AR was fun, so I enjoyed the LVOAC, but it just didn't really hit that much in the beginning, I suppose. It was a bit of a pain, and it took me some time to get used to it and get the hang of things. And then they gave us a sawed-off shotgun for a secondary. So, you know, a new secondary that I truthfully don't use. I just went back to the 93R, as I believe a lot of people went back to the 93R as well. So, realistically, a lot of people only got one weapon out of that. That was the LVOAC. Unless you're in the sniper community, then yes, you got a sniper. But you guys know me. I love me some ARs and SMGs. And to see that we have a new SMG, which looks outstanding, and an LMG that will bounce back and forth between an LMG and an AR, I'm totally down for that. And then the Spaz 12, yeah, this is going to be a fun lineup. And the map selection that we're getting here, looking phenomenal. Now, I can't critique them just yet because obviously I didn't play them, but boy, oh boy, they are looking absolutely gorgeous. And from the gameplay, I am super pumped to give them a go. Especially, surprisingly, the escort map. I'm really happy to see that we're starting to get more variety of locations because a lot of the escort maps just kind of blend together, you know what I'm saying? But these new ones, like Daytona, and then the new one that's going to be dropping here in Season 2, they're finally starting to branch off a bit, and I'm hoping that them branching off with the maps will maybe encourage more people to hop in. Like I said, I feel like all the maps kind of phase together, so people just maybe didn't really enjoy that. Maybe it didn't seem attractive enough. Hopefully with more content, it will get people to hop back into Escort and Zone Control to give it another go. But the overall content loop here, guys, looking really great. I gotta be honest, I am so pumped to give Season 2 a go. And for those who don't know, they're going to be giving a little early access for Season 2 to PC players only. I do apologize to the console guys, but for PC on this Friday. So you best believe we're going to be streaming this Friday, ladies and gentlemen, checking it out for 3 hours. Now, I don't know the exact time. Once I do know the time, I'm going to let you guys know on one of these videos, probably in the beginning so you can see it right away. But we are indeed going to be checking that out on Friday, and we're going to be playing Season 2, hopefully on stream if they allow us to. If they don't, then I'll probably just, you know, do it behind the scenes and make a video for you guys the next day. But if we can stream it, you best believe I'm going to play it. Make sure you guys are following my Twitch channel, ladies and gentlemen, JbowenDaMan. I got a link to that down in the description of this video, so you can see me when I go live. Hit that bell so you can see it when, you know, pop up in your notifications. On Friday, like I said, Season 2 is going to be dropping for 3 hours for PC players. We're going to test it out. We're going to see if we can get our hands on a new faction, their equipment. I'm assuming they're going to let us have that stuff since, you know, we're testing Season 2. I don't know why they would drop Season 2, then take it away and reset all of our progress. They're probably just going to give us the majority of the stuff to test out and see how it is for 3 hours, and then obviously take it away and make us grind for it again once it launches. But we're giving it a go, guys, and I am so incredibly excited to get a new drop of content within this game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And like I said earlier, if you want to follow any of my streams, I got a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. As always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next one. Peace out.